There comes a point in your life where you stop trying to hold on to people. And it's not because you don't care, it's not because you've stopped loving them, it's because you've learned that sometimes, no matter how hard you try, people will leave. Sometimes they leave without saying goodbye. Sometimes they leave with nothing more than an empty promise to return. And you start to realize that maybe, just maybe, they were never meant to stay. You tell yourself you're fine. You tell yourself it's not a big deal, that people come and go, that it's just part of life, right? But you know, deep down, it's not that simple. It's not just life happening. It's the quiet, slow burn of feeling like you were never enough to be kept. At first, you don't notice it. Not fully, anyway. It's little things. A text that goes unanswered, a phone call that never gets returned, a friend who's always too busy to meet up, a lover who pulls away without a word, leaving you to wonder if you said something wrong or if you've just outlived your usefulness in their life. But then the silence stretches on. Days turn into weeks and you're left waiting for something that never comes. And you begin to wonder, is it you? Did you do something? Were you not enough to make them stay? Did your love not count for anything? You tell yourself it's fine. You're used to it by now. People leave all the time. The ones who matter stay, right? And yet each time someone walks away, it's like a part of you is left behind with them. It's like their absence lingers in your chest. And no matter how much time passes, it's a kind of ache you can't shake. You begin to convince yourself that you can live without them, that you don't need anyone to make you whole. You convince yourself that you're better off alone because the ones who leave were never worth your time. That's what you tell yourself anyway, but deep down, you still wonder, why do people leave? You tell yourself it's not about you, it's just the way things are. People grow apart, people change, but you can't help but feel like you're always the one left behind. Always the one who gives more than they get. Always the one who tries a little too hard to make things work, even when it's clear that the other person isn't doing the same. You start to wonder if you're the common denominator. Maybe you're too much. Maybe you love too deeply, too fiercely, too unconditionally. Maybe that's what scares people away. Maybe they don't know how to handle someone who loves without expectation, without needing something in return. You start telling yourself that you're too much to handle, that you're a burden to the people who were never really there to begin with. But then one day you realize something important. You weren't the problem. The problem wasn't you loving too much. The problem wasn't you needing more. The problem was that the people who left never truly understood what it meant to love. They loved with conditions. They loved when it was easy. They loved when it didn't require vulnerability, when it didn't ask them to show up fully. And when love asks for something deeper, something real, that's when they walked away. You stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking you're not worth it. You stop apologizing for loving too hard, for wanting too much. You realize that the ones who left weren't the ones meant to stay. They were the lessons, not the love. But even in that realization, there's still a part of you that wishes you could go back and fix things, that you could have said or done something differently, that maybe if you were just a little more patient, a little less demanding, they would have stayed. You wonder if there was something you missed, some small moment where you could have changed the course of things. And then you remember, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't ask for too much. You didn't love in the wrong way. You loved in the only way you knew how, fully. You start to see love differently, not as something that can be lost or taken away, but as something that can only be given freely. And maybe that's the lesson. Maybe the people who leave are just a part of the process, a necessary part of learning what love is supposed to feel like. You still want to be loved. You still want to be seen, to be chosen, to be the one who matters. And that's okay. It's okay to want those things. But now, you don't chase love anymore. You don't chase people who walk away, people who only show up when it's convenient for them. You stop waiting for people who only stay halfway, who give you just enough to keep you around, but never enough to make you feel truly seen. One day, someone will come who won't leave. Someone will come who will choose you, not because they have to, but because they want to. And when that happens, you'll know that all the people who left, who made you question your worth, who made you feel small, who took pieces of you without ever giving anything back, were just preparing you for the love that was meant to stay. You didn't stop believing in love. You just stopped believing that it had to come from the wrong people. And when it finally comes, you'll know. It will feel easy. It will feel real. And this time, you won't have to beg for it.